Okay, so you should be watching this video if you know what a binary compound is. And if you watched the video when I explained what that is, you know, it's when two elements come together. If you watched the video where I explained what a subscript is, okay, that's a subscript. That number right there is a subscript. You may or may not have caught when I talked about oxidation states. Okay, so like this is an oxidation state. It's also, the other name for it is a charge. Or a charge. Or since it's positive, you know that this is a cation. Right, since that's positive, and that if it were negative, like this one, you'd know that that's an anion, right? So you know that an atomic, an ionic bond, so far has involved, ionic bond, so far has involved a metal and a non-metal. A metal, which is giving up an electron or more, to a non-metal, right? So far, all the ones that I've talked about have that relationship. I haven't talked about anything else, but so those are ionic bonds. When a cation gives up an electron or more to a non. Okay, so we're going to go through a few more examples in this video just so that we really kind of fine-tune what we've talked about and what I've taught you. Again, if you can get a printer, get a hold of a printer and print off a periodic table. There's one in about 3 modules back that you can find, or you can find your own online. Just hit print. So we're just going to practice this a little bit more. One of the things I would do if you want to kind of cheat on your periodic table, I think it would be helpful anyway, is to put the oxidation states over each group. So you know that everything from group 1 is going to be a +1. You know that everything from group 2 is going to be a +2. And I would just grab whatever periodic table you have and cheat. You know that this is going to be a -1. This is going to be a -2. This is neutral, so the noble gases don't bond with anything. This is going to be a -3 and a -4. And then this is aluminum, a metal, so it's going to give away electrons. It's going to be a +3, kind of a mixed group. So let's play around with a few of these, okay? I'm going to give you a challenge, and then I want you to see if you can figure them out. Show me what sodium oxide would look like. Show me what magnesium fluoride would look like. What potassium bromide would look like. What aluminum chloride would look like. Okay. So step 1 for that, I would just put the charges over the top of all those words, okay? For example, sodium is a +1, oxygen is a -2, magnesium is a, fluorine is a, potassium is bromine is a, okay, you gotta do some thinking. Aluminum and chlorine. Okay, once I've put the charge over the top of all those, I would just balance them now. The cheating, easy way to do it is go, well, that would drop to that subscript and that would drop to that subscript. So that would be, we don't write our ones because we don't want to look like we don't know science. So that would be sodium oxide. Okay. Now, how would you do the other ones? Okay, so this one's gonna be magnesium. The 2 is gonna come down to fluorine. Okay, so that you can balance it out. Remember, your positives and your negatives have to balance out. It's going to take 2 fluorines to balance it out. Okay, good. Now that 2 times -1 equals -2, and that +2 there, it's going to balance out. Okay, potassium is in group 1. Bromine is in group 17, so it's going to be a -1. That subscript comes down here, that subscript comes down here, it balances out. You don't really need to write your ones out, so it should be KBr. Okay, aluminum is in group 13, so it's going to be a +3. Chlorine is in group 17, so it's going to be a -1. That one comes down here, that one goes down there. It should be aluminum chloride. Okay, you try these 3, or 4, or 5. Try these. Calcium sulfide. Try rubidium. Iodide. Strontium. Bromide. Try aluminum. Nitride. Calcium's here. Sulfur's here. Rubidium is here. Iodine is here. Strontium is here. Bromine is here. Aluminum is here. Nitrogen is here. Okay, so put the charges over the top and see what you get. Almost out of time. Pause it, see if you can beat me to the punch. The next time you'll be doing this, it'll be for an assignment, okay? So I'm just going to start by putting the charges over the top. Calcium is a group 2er. Alkali earth metal. Sulfur's a group 16er. Rubidium's a group 1er. Iodine's group 17. Strontium is in group 2. Bromine is in group 17. Aluminum, group 13. Nitrogen, group 15. Oops. Okay. And then you should be able to make the binary compounds, okay? Okay. Next time we try that, it'll be for points.